It's great to have you with us today to talk about our upcoming gospel meeting, Jeff.
Well, thanks, Caleb. It is good to be with you. And I'm really looking forward to coming to Lakeside next week and spending time with the good brethren there. It's been a long time planning, and I'm so thankful we're going to be able to have a great gospel meeting.
We've been praying about it. We've been knocking doors about it. We've been talking to one another about it. So we're very eager for it to get here. And we want to hear more about what you're going to say in the meeting and how you're going to encourage us to be revived and restored. Before we do that, though, I want to hear a little bit about your work with the exciting radio ministry, International Gospel Hour. So tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll know some more about you. If we, some of us may not have met you, some may not be aware of what you do. You're not a local preacher anymore. You're full-time with this very interesting radio work.
Mm-hmm. The International Gospel Hour, Caleb, has been on the air since 1934. 87 years it's been on the air. It began when a young gospel preacher named B.E. Howard walked into a radio station in Hot Springs, Arkansas, KTHS. And at first, the station manager didn't think it would go over. Now, keep in mind, radio was in its infancy. And so this was something new in the 30s, of course. And Brother Howard persuaded the owner to give him a try. Well, he did, and people started writing in about that young boy preacher and how much they really enjoyed it. Well, through the years, the Gospel Hour was a staple of Brother Howard's work. And then sometime, I believe it was in the 60s, through World Radio, it was renamed International Gospel Hour. And then when it came from World Radio some years later, the name just continued. Brother Howard did the work till 1995. Brother Winford Claiborne then took his place, and so many brethren fondly remember Brother Claiborne. He was a personal friend of mine, and I love him.
Me too.
Love his family, a lot of them that I see. And then about 2013 or 14, Jody Apple took the work, and Jody continued it through 2019. And in 2020, what a great year to start a new work with the way 2020 turned out. But I became the speaker and the director. We're on about 200 over-the-air and internet stations throughout the U.S., and of course, with internet, you go around the world. We are excited to have an app for your smartphone. You can download our app free and put it on your smartphone and listen to us anywhere in the world. And then, Caleb, our broadcast goes over 15 different platforms for podcast. And so the doors are open. We've got another big announcement that's coming up very soon. As a matter of fact, my elders are aware of it. I'll share a little privy right here. We seem to have an open door with an internet work called oneplace.com. It is a myriad of religious radio broadcasts. And we are the only one of Churches of Christ that will be on there. And so we're looking for a lot of open doors of people who are truth seekers that, Lord willing, will hear things within our broadcast they may not hear elsewhere about the church and salvation. In June of this year, we went on television. You can go to our YouTube channel, International Gospel Hour, and you can go and view our broadcast. We're on the Gospel Broadcasting Network twice weekly. And so the Lord has opened a lot of wonderful doors for us in the past year and a half or so, Caleb, and very blessed to be a part of this good work.
I'm sure you're hearing from a lot of listeners in the United States and from around the world who are very encouraged and instructed by what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. We average about a request a day, about every 24 hours. Somebody will contact us wanting our newsletter or wanting our a daily Bible study that we have. We send out a variety of materials. The wonderful Mount Leo congregation in McMinnville, Tennessee, in their 51st year, Caleb, of mailing out Bible correspondence courses. They handle those for us, and we're grateful for their help. And then, of course, there is a lot of material that we send out from the West Fayetteville congregation in Fayetteville, Tennessee, that oversees our work. So we're very blessed with a lot of good open doors, and so thankful to be a part of this good work. And I'll tell you what it also allows me to do. It allows me to come to places like Lakeside down your way for next week. I am looking forward to that meeting. This meeting was booked through Joe Wells.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how long it's been.
Mhm.
And Caleb, I remember when you first came to the Word, you contacted me and said, "Hey, are you still on?" And
Yeah.
if anybody wants to hear me, I'm certainly not going to cancel out. I'm
Good.
thankful to be asked, but looking forward to coming down that way. I've learned that John Garber and his family attend there,
Yeah,
and
right.
very excited about that. And looking forward to seeing and meeting other folks while I'm in that area.
Great. Tell us about the material we're going to cover. And I'm particularly excited about this because we've had a number of Bible studies with folks who aren't members at Lakeside ongoing, and we've had a lot of visitors lately. And so I think the timing for this meeting to encourage people to obey the gospel and to encourage people to be more dedicated to the work just couldn't be any better. So tell me more about what we're going to hear.
Well, with our theme, a revival of faithfulness, what we're going to do is 9:30 Sunday morning, we'll begin. The theme will be our topic, that Bible study hour. And what I do, Caleb, is I lay a foundation for the meeting.
Good.
And in that Bible class hour, we lay a foundation of here's what we're going to be doing as a congregation this week. If we get the foundation solid, we can build. In the worship hour, we're going to talk about a spiritual self-exam taken from 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves
All right.
whether you be in the faith. And that gives us a
Good.
chance to see our faithfulness and to encourage others to embrace the faithfulness that they need in their lives. And then at 6 o'clock that evening, we're going to assemble again. And this lesson is one that I worked on lately that I really like. It's called A Peace Left, a Peace Given. It's from John 14 when Jesus tells his apostles, "My peace I leave you, my peace I give to you." And when we look at that context, I believe it's a lesson, Caleb, that will help us as Christians strengthen our faith. COVID-19 has hurt us in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are hurting, people who are struggling, and they need revive. You know, revive simply means to make alive, to keep alive, or make alive again. We're hoping this lesson will strengthen us as we deal with the daily problems as Christians. And then on Monday night at 7:30, a question of importance. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what is that question?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you Monday night, but I will give you a clue. It's the greatest question we could ever ask, and it deals with our salvation.
Good.
And then on Tuesday night, we're going to look at a home to pursue. Now, folks don't think he's going to do all that. We'll be there all night long. I'm going to present 4 characteristics for the man of the house, 4 characteristics for the woman of the house, and 4 characteristics for the children of the house. Now, we're not going to be there all night long. Trust me, folks, I work with radio. I know time limits and I respect them, but we want to have a home to pursue. And then on Wednesday night at 7:30, we're going to wrap it up with a lesson that I like to call a renewal to my life. You know, the Lord in Genesis chapter 3 called out unto Adam and said, "Adam, where are you?" And that lesson, after we have studied all week together, comes to a point to where we say, okay, where am I spiritually? Where am I faithfully? And where do I need to be? And
That
that's
sounds
the
like a
week we're
great,
looking at. I'm
that's
excited
a
about it.
wonderful plan. And so many things we need to know, and so many passages that are going to encourage us and convict us to do better and to love the Lord more. So we couldn't be more excited about the gospel meeting coming up, and we wish you safe travels, and we'll be praying for you. And we know that you'll do a great job. We have every confidence, and we just look forward to being with you and encouraging one another. And so we will see you Sunday morning, if not before.
Sounds good, Caleb. Thank you for your prayers, and I look forward to being with you all next week. God bless you.
Lakeside Church of Christ is in Orange Park, Florida. We're at 2539 Moody Avenue. You can visit us online at lakesidechurchofchrist.com or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/COC Lakeside. And you can contact us for any additional information about the meeting. And we look forward to seeing you there beginning this Sunday morning at 9:30. Thanks so much, Jeff.
Thank you, Caleb, and God bless.